Hello, I'm Amal Alaoui, a registered homeopath with the Society of Homeopaths. I just wanted to spend a few minutes explaining what it's like to experience homeopathic treatment in a consultation for the first time. I'm also a craniosacral therapist, but just for now I want to talk to you about homeopathy. So the type of people who come to see me, it's quite broad. It can be from adults, children, babies, newborns, women during pregnancy, really all types of life stages. And it is a complementary medicine, so it sits alongside conventional medicine. So I obviously still stay with your GP. Why do people come to see a homeopath? What are they looking for to treat? Usually, unless somebody has been raised having homeopathic treatment, they will have tried everything down the more conventional route, and that's when they may seek help from a homeopath like myself. I treat people who may have digestive issues from bloating, constipation, pain in that sort of area, through to things which are more lungy things to do with asthma, respiratory imbalances, and skin. Skin is a particular passion of mine because that's how I got into homeopathy with my own children when they were little, had eczema, quite bad eczema. So I like to treat skin conditions where there is an imbalance. So anything from eczema, psoriasis, acne, but more sort of immune type things, where there might be sort of issues around pigmentation, and so that type of thing. And even things to do with stress and anxiety. So I'm unfortunately seeing more and more cases around those symptoms. So it could be panic attacks, even if you can't quite get a good night's sleep, and if it keeps going on and on and on. So you may be wanting a more natural but very potent way to actually look at your issue. So why choose homeopathy? Well, first of all, as I said earlier, it works very well alongside conventional medicine, or it can be used instead of. But I recommend that you do see a homeopath. Obviously, it doesn't have to be myself. And I'm looking at how we can get to the root of what's going on. We don't really focus very much on sticking a plaster over the wound type of mindset. No, so that's why my consultations last 90 minutes for the first appointment, and then follow-ups. I usually like to see people ranging from 4 weeks to 6 weeks, just to see if the remedies are working. So once you've seen me, I then like to go over the case by myself and look at any things that might be linking up, because based on the timeline that I've been taking during the consultation, asking you things like, what are your food preferences? When did you actually become unwell? And how long have you endured the discomfort? And what makes it feel better? What makes it feel worse? You know, are you the type of person that is chilly, or somebody who prefers to have rest when they're poorly, or do you actually need to be on the move all the time? So we're all different, and that's the thing that's never ceases to excite me in terms of working with a new client. And then also, just a lot of my clients have been with me for a very long time. I look at one particular issue they come to see me for, and then later on, months or years later, they'll come back with another issue. But all I'm trying to do, and this is how I want to really communicate this to you, is actually just help balance you, because when we are balanced, we're pretty happy human beings, and that does also include babies. So as I mentioned, the type of questions that I will be asking are, what gives you joy? That's another big thing. And also, what stresses you out? You may be surprised to know that we're all different with that one as well. And what are the big events that have happened to you where you've noticed there's been a sort of issue around your health following that big event? It could be grief or loss or life change, that type of thing. So as I said, I take a good day to actually write the prescription. Once I've done that, you may have one remedy, you may have two, and I may give some lifestyle advice as well. So I'm looking at you taking responsibility for your own well-being as well. This isn't just about prescribing a pill and you carry on with everything else that you've been doing. So it's really about you gaining greater self-awareness of perhaps the things that you've been doing which may not be contributing to your well-being in the way that you would like. And the other thing is that once you start taking the remedies and you see the effectiveness that they have on your health, a lot of people then want to, well, they develop a kind of thirst for actually being able to have a first aid kit of homeopathy with them. So if you get sort of Christmas and things like that, they may get sort of they've overindulged too much, and there are remedies in a homeopathic toolkit which can address those things. If it's just a sort of mild issue or a cough or cold that you got just by being caught in the rain, that type of thing, or bad period pains, it may be something that you can sort out yourself. If it's something to do around periods or menopause, that type of thing, hormonal issues also for men, then that keeps reoccurring, and then that's when you need to come back and we have to review everything as well. So do give me a email or a phone call if you would like to explore the idea of having treatment, or visit my website where you'll find several articles I've written about homeopathy and also craniosacral therapy. So it's amalremedy.co.uk is the website, and look forward to hearing from you.